It's very volatile. It leans more into the Yuzong, but let's see what the builds are going to be. Let's see what this potential final strategy coming in from Nightmare Esports is going to allow them to start a potential reverse sweep against the Lilguns currently at match point.
Oof, keep your eyes on Zora, man. This Boxia is quick, it clears extremely fast, and in the early game fights, it's almost unbeatable. I feel like level 1, level 2, the best route is to just not meet him in the jungle. So we'll see what they can do, but this is going to be a roam. Arlet.
Yeah.
We'll have to see if he can actually get a value of this, because it's very dive heavy, it's very all in, and now Aizen.
Aizen might be okay, he's fine.
He's totally fine.
1-2. But I'm wondering, right? Ethan with this Arlot roam, who naturally we have seen work for some teams, but knowing that this is Ethan, right? I have a feeling he's going to be able to make this work the best for Team Lilgun. We'll see if Nightmare Esports has an answer for it.
We'll see if he can maintain the high KDA ratio. It might actually work right here.
Ethan, a little bit too overzealous, but they are going to force them back here. Again, ZXOR is just waiting for that level 4. We're still plenty of time away from that first turtle, though.
Yeah, plenty of time, and I mean, so far the lanes have been kind of going all right? The most is Aizen losing his battle spell, but it is a sprint, so therefore it comes up faster in comparison to a flicker, so it's not that big of a deal. But in comparison to Juviana, who's about to get his Petrified back up in about 10 seconds, this is where it starts to get a little dicey for Aizen. He just needs to survive until level 4.
Forbid! He's going to get taken out here. You saw the flicker as well. So already on the board, first blood for Nightmare Esports. That's going to help them a lot, especially the fact that it went in the hands of Too Easy for Lexi. This should transition in them to have some confidence for this first turtle take as well.
I think Forbid kind of forgot that last game is already over. He's not as big, juicy, and scaled up. He tried to go for the nothing personnel kid motion there, but being a level 3 doesn't help.
Well, now he might be late to the level 4 party here. Soso already has that Netherrealm. Is pulling Zora away.
Yeah, he's going to pull him away, trying to keep him at bay from getting this retribution off. It's actually going to go ahead and reset. Aizen now joining the fight for the 1-2. They get the Netherrealm. Still going to be going to Brazer's Wrath to answer for it, but Juviana's going to fall. Aizen on the hunt for Jasmine. Won't be able to get it. Too easy for Lexi. Still wants to get the turtle, but he's taken down as well. And it's Ethan that gets the turtle for Team Lilgun.
The split-second play there, if you just let the turtle reset. What was that, dude? And then the Netherrealm came in when Zora already used the turtle's prison, so the healing, the shielding, the HP bar was also a lot smaller for Nightmare Esports.
I need that on the soundboard.
They just got completely outclassed.
I need that Arashi sound.
What sound?
What was that, dude? What was that, dude?
What was that, dude?
It's a good one. It's a good sound. It would be a good soundboard, but I think that at the end of the day, right, we were questioning whether or not Ethan was going to be able to kind of find it. And honestly, I think this kind of answers the question. He's got the mechanics, and more importantly, he's unafraid of going in and trying to bait out these spells from his opponents. And he knows that he can survive, especially in the earlier stages, for a little while with the help of that tenacity, on top of the fact that he's got the quantum charge to quickly get that quick boost of movement speed to get out of there.
And with that, yeah, Ethan again. Now, what I'm wondering too, the fact that, you know, Aizen was able to get a kill himself, how does this kind of transition to that matchup in the XP lane against Juviana here? But meanwhile, before that, Bemex should be just fine. He did have to burn the flicker, but he's still going to be here with the rest of the team. Ethan now part of this, keeping them together. That's what they have to do.
Yeah, with the final slash available, it's going to be a bit of a good deterrent, even though there's 4 members down here. Nightmare can still go for it.
Still going to go for Ethan. Rest of the team making their way. ZXORA there. Aizen. I was asking about how that matchup's going to be. I guess that's a preview of my answer, my question. Still on the bottom side, going to force him out. Final slash. They're trying to get Bemex down. They know he doesn't have a flicker available, but can't get the kill they're looking for. Netherrealm going to come through for Soso. Too easy for Lexi. Trying to get that Brazer's Wrath off. He won't be able to. Aizen on his way again. The 1-2 punch comes through, but Forbid slides in and gets a double. And now they're going to hunt Jasmine down. The flicker from Ethan. Jasmine, a final slash. Ethan cleans up the kill.
Oh, that was nasty. That was nasty, Arashi.
What a monster, Ethan. You can't do this, man. This is illegal. Juviana comes in. Can he do it, the 1v2?
Oh, Juviana. Already going to use it. Soso killed off cam here. Turtle going to be worked on. ZXORA secures it. Now Team Lilgun, just this early on, quickly garnering themselves nearly a 4K lead.
And just like that, the Paquito is 3-0-2, dude. No one wins against him 1v1. It's really a difficult skill matchup at best. Now, if they really want to play the wide macro strategy, they can do that, but it doesn't even seem like they have to.
Yeah, it's honestly really unfortunate, right? Oh, he's going to get run
yeah,
down.
goodbye.
Smack.
Oh, and wait, okay, he's a kind jungler, right? He allows Bebek to actually pick up that wave rather than taxing it himself. It's past the 4-minute mark. Oh wait, no, it doesn't even matter. It's not past the 7-minute mark. Ah,
there's a category, huh?
There's a calculator. Thank goodness. Woo!
That's how you know what kind of jungler Gideon is.
Yeah.
He's a nice jungler.
Pre-7, don't worry, I'll take your wave, bro. You don't need it.
Well, still going to be fighting now. Ethan taking the brunt of the damage. There's the airtime from Cammy. Gets the crossbow of Tang off, but doing it nothing to ZXora. But at least they get Ethan out of it. Nightmare Esports, can they find anything else? Aizen's still quite hungry. Jasmine gets deleted. And now Soulsoul going to be the next target. The damage is insane for Team Lilgun.
Dang, does Aizen miss a single one of these jabs or knockout strikes? And honestly, you don't get to see it very often where you use the double knockops, strike, just slightly delayed to get the setup.
Does he have the fancy footwork here?
Oh,
he has the finesse.
He's got sprint as well. There's no
Top
way to
of
catch
it.
him.
Easy for Lexi and Juviana are going to be there. The rest of the team might
Uh-oh.
respond, though. He actually just wants to fight this out. Not sure if Aizen can escape this any further as he gets shut down. Yeah, he had to eventually go down with that confidence.
They got a turret for it, but that was a bit anticlimactic, man. We're expecting a huge outplay attempt, but no. Now Zora alone in the jungle. Doesn't matter, though. They never play like they're really concerned about the pick-off potential, man.
Yeah, they really are. I think, Team Lilgun, they're really feeling themselves this time with expressionless, emotionless faces up on screen. Quick
work again. Jasmine just deleted off the map here. It's getting grim here.
Play the soundboard, dude.
Thank you.
What was that, man?
Yeah, let me play it.
What was that, dude? What was that? This combo, though, it's insane. We haven't seen it in a while. Get someone to get locked down and then use a fed Beatrix to just delete him. Usually we see it with the Kaja, but now for Team Lilgun, they've done it with the Paquito, they've done it with the Arlet, and despite all the tools available, Nightmare Esports just are not matching up to them.
They're struggling. They're really struggling. The only person we haven't seen a combo with is Zora at this point, and
bottom.
I mean, they're just going for everything, right? Tier 2s on all sides. This Wawan wants to farm. Good luck. Aizen has so much damage on him already, and I'm predicting as of right now that Cammy, even though he has 1 kill under his name, I don't think he has enough items to really challenge him 1v1 just yet, unless Aizen makes a misplay.
Weather is just trying his best to get as much farm as possible. Coincidentally, let's take a look at the in-game equipment here. Only 2 items, so usually 1 more. 3 items is usually where the 1-1 really starts to spike. Whereas for the Beatrix, also 2 items, but more expensive ones. And you're really seeing how he's able to just delete people, man. Blade of Despair and the Malefic Roar, that is insane.
Really, super early.
Oh no.
Just sweeps the purple buff away. Not sure if they still want to go ahead and fight this through. The rest of the team now making their way. Too easy for Lexi. Half health, he has to back off. But that is how much control Team Lilgun has.
We were talking about how a lot of these wildcard teams don't have that finesse. They like to do the scrambling. What about now? I mean, considering how Team Lilgun has been playing, and now that they honestly feel like they're so confident, it feels like they're smurfing a little.
Yeah, kind of. Now Aizen, 1v2, can it happen?
Can he make something out of this one? Ethan making his way. Still going to be able to get away, though. Has that sprint, so we'll be fine now. Ethan alongside Forbid. They're just making sure Aizen's going to be fine in that bottom side. Trying to keep that turret together. Lord's up in 10.
That's how slippery the Paquito is, especially with the sprint, man. You see him now, and then he just like outruns you like he's a marathon. Like he's not a boxer, he's a marathon runner.
Yeah.
Call him Usain Bolt.
Call him Usain Bolt. He's about to break some records here. Now with the Lord in their control, like there's too much of a deficit at this point, like 7.4k, but more importantly, unless we do see too easy for Lexi bring up his steal from 4 to 5, I don't know what to say. This is starting to look pretty grim for Nightmare Esports. How are they going to bounce back?
Well, Cammy not finishes a C halberd. He's doing max HP damage. That can help, but especially against the Baxia, we saw how ticklish he was with the crossbow of Tang, man. It did not do any significant damage. now Beatrix with the Wind of Nature. This also means that the Yu Zhong going for a dive, there's a chance Bebex might just dig in and just duel him like he's always done.
Oh boy, this is, I mean, Nightmare, they know they can't really walk out here. They know that it's going to be extremely difficult. They have to move together as a unit.
They were trying to get a pick off here, avoiding the bulk of Team Lilgun. But Aizen, he just has so much awareness, man. Nightmare Esports, I think they've been trying to get him for like, what, 4 or 5 attempts now, and they have not succeeded. The one time it happened, we were also confused, because he went deeper into their jungle instead. But, you know,
he's got personality. I think that's the best way that we can put it. Here's the tier 2 start to fall. Like, this is the end game at this point. Team Lilgun, they've started the check.
So far with the trend, this is where they get. Ethan goes in with a flicker. Not going to find what he was looking for, but still going to battle it out. Juliana on the backside. Going to be hunting down the right target. Bebex has the wind of nature, trying to stay alive. Crossbow of Tang, not going to find anyone either. Bebex still going to fire it off. It's Jasmine that falls. Somehow, someway, Bebex stays alive, and they collapse down on Juliana. He's going to miss the shot, though. Still caught there, but they can't get the kill to clean it up. Team Lilgun still is showing how far ahead they are.
Wow, that was a sequence, man. Bebex just spraying Jasmine to his face, deleting him from full HP, I believe. And then the backup comes in, and the snipe, if that landed, man, that was a highlight reel.
If only they extended Renner's Apathy just a little bit longer, that guarantee would have hit.
Oh, they're still going to walk in here. Again, this is the damaged territory that Team Lilgun has had for the majority of this portion of the game. We know they've ended the previous 2 games around the 15-minute mark, and they're well on their way again.
I mean, the time is nigh here, right? 44 seconds until next Lord ends up spawning. 3-13 is going to be the overall kill score, a 10K goal lead. Teams usually don't have much of a problem closing out these games when they've created a goal differential such as this, but Team Lilgun, it feels like it looks like they're having fun while doing it.
Yeah, they seem really chill, and they're just, almost like experimenting halfway, midway as well, kind of limit testing their heroes right here. Aizen, though, doesn't go for a full damage, full sustained Paquito. He's going for the Hunter Strike and then straight for the tank and his items here. I'm gonna make sure he's as slippery, as annoying as possible. You gank him with 4 members now, he might still slip away.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, considering that Nightmare Esports have attempted it multiple times. Ooh, a Malefic Roar Printers coming in from Cammy. I think now is about the time where he should be able to at least hurt a little, enough, I guess.
Hopefully.
We'll see.
Though, Ethan.
This is going to be crucial here. Nightmare Esports wants to stay in this game. If they can pull something through. Too easy for Lexi again. He has the most steals so far for the wild card. But not sure if he can actually do that given the gravity of this gold disparity. 11K, 11.5, still going to battle it out. They're trying to keep him at bay here. Lord going to go in, reset. Lilgun actually just wants to fight it out. Juliana going to find the Petri. They push Bebex back. He's still going to be firing off, though. Has the...
No way!
Able to survive, but Ethan in trouble. Can they win the fight? CXora now going to be the focus. Aizen from the backside. He finds Juliana. Can he find more? Circling Eagle going to come through. Aizen on the run. Has immortality. Has the shields. But he will get taken down. There's the lineup shot. He finds it. Cammy in trouble. Aizen lined him up for him. Now Bebex, a couple shots. Finds Jasmine. It's a back and forth. Team Lilgun.
Oh, I mean, Nightmare, they did everything right. They did everything right. What else can you say about that? Team Lilgun kind of smurfed that fight, even though it all went wrong. They still managed to find a couple of outplays to somehow get a pretty good 3-for-3 trade.
The fact that Cammy got taken out there is insane. I have no words for that whole sequence, but now the fight resumes.
Back to the Lord dance they go. Too easy for Lexi, going to be forced back. Juliana with the dragon form. He knows that they can't contest it. CXora securing that Lord for Team Lilgun. No, Nightmare Esports has to prepare for this defense.
I mean,
let's take a breather here. That was a whole sequence, bro.
I think I'm falling in love with Team Lilgun already, man. Like this team is it's taking my breath away.
That's how I felt, just a few months ago.
Darn.
Man, the fact that Aizen just made the play kind of happen there as well. You thought he would just go out, but he just doubled down and went back into the fight, trying to find something. And despite the quote-unquote shutdowns, no real big shutdowns just yet, it's still an 11.5k gold lead.
Whoa! We'll see
okay.
if
yes.
Nightmare Esports can do something, though, about it. Again, they're down so far. They're going to lose these base turrets. Can they pull something through here? Lord going to be worked on. Team Lilgun waiting. We got to keep an eye on Ethan as well. Has the flicker available alongside the final slash. They can force an initiation if they want to, but they take it slow and steady for now.
Bebex just clears the turret slowly but surely, and now...
Oh! There's the jump in. They're going to commit to the fight here. Juliana trying to keep them at bay. They already get the Nether Realm out. There's the drag on CX Sora, followed by the Circling Eel. Crossbow of Tang. Can't find the damage. Immortality's going to be there. They're still going for it. Bebex has to flicker. He's all on his own. One shot away. Cammy will take him out. It's only Bebex down for now. Aizen and Forbid on the run. Nightmare Esports stays in the game.
Man, great defense coming out from Nightmare Esports. Now they finally get past the 42k mark. Soon they'll start breaking into the 50s, and then it all evens out. Team Lilgun might have taken too long to close out this game, but they got very, very close at eliminating it, considering everything that has happened in this instant replay brought to you by Kadea. Look at how low the members of Nightmare are.
They're too low for comfort, but the fact that the roster of Lilguns just spread apart and they all had their own mini team fights in the base of their opponents, that is wild. That is a fitting situation for the last match of the wildcard series. What is that? Why would they even do that? We'll never know, man. You can't try and relate to the thought process of geniuses.
Oh, it's true. It feels like they're really built diff at this point. We've got has been just hugging on towards that riverside, making sure that he has some coverage over there. Because keep in mind, Nightmare Esports, despite getting a good base defense, there are 3 missing inhibitors in their base. So it's difficult for them to actually walk up to try and contest these neutrals.
I think later on, the prerequisite to win the fight has to be a proper final slash, because for a few fights right now, the final slash from Ethan isn't bad, but it's not anything major. If they land a proper combo, a final slash into like a proper Banner's Rage, they can delete 2 or 3 members at the same time. And keep in mind, there are no purifiers on the side of Nightmare Esports, so if they can get Soul, for instance, that could just seal the deal immediately. Because we've talked about it, in a full team fight, Nightmare Esports draft-wise does have the advantage. Team Lilgun had the advantage macro-wise, so they have to try and use this to try and create something, and that's exactly what Aizen is trying to find.
Well, to be fair in Ethan's defense, he did get cancelled a couple of times, whether it be the Petrify or... Wait, hold on.
This time he's not going to get cancelled. The target too easy for Lexi. They're going to get the Nether Realm out. They're going to go ahead and chase him down. Still commit to the Lord. Cammy there as well, looking for the crossbow of Tang. Can't find the proc. They get the Lord here. Can they win the fight? Juliana on the run. He's going to get taken down. Now they're collapsing on top of Nightmare. Cammy's still going to be alive. Bebex will find too easy for Lexi. Cammy the next target. There's the flicker. The guiding wind isn't enough to disengage. They're going to fight back though. Takes a lot of damage. Double immortality going to be popped. They have to be careful. They have to back off. Bebex in trouble. It's a blunder. Another immortality going to be popped. It's a huge trade, but Team Lilgun still has the Lord.
I swear to God, Team Lilgun really are just limit testing themselves. Immediately, Immortality's broken. Immediately, Winter Truncheon, and as well as Rose Gold Meteor purchase. And Bebex was like, I did not have enough. Let's check out the instant replay brought to you by Kadea.
Look at this, dude. HP bar is low, it doesn't even matter. Bebex switches items, but then Cammy with the mobility just comes out on top right here. It's unfortunate. It seems like Nightmares are just the one so much more desperate for it. They all committed, and they know that the game is lost anyway without the risk. They go in, and it has paid off. Now the goal difference shrinks down to 6k. Team Lilguns, is this now where they're on the back foot? Because I feel like they went in together, they could have won, but that's the mindset you have when you're ahead. It's a different feel altogether, and the fact that they even went for the fight with the Lord spawning, by the way, just tells you all you need to know about Lilguns and what kind of mindset they have right now.
Oh man, they're going to be dragging this out to about 20 minutes. Now keep in mind, they can only do this for so long because these death timers are starting to become brutal, going almost to about a minute long at this point.
Not only that, but you got to give it to Nightmare Esports. Given the whole situation for the past 20 minutes, they've stayed in this game. This is the longest they've been in this series against Team Lilgun. They've made it past that 15-minute mark. They've dealt with these lords. Now, the biggest question is, with a fully exposed base, how do we get space to work with, right? How do we get turrets down? We only have one for Nightmare Esports. Do they just try to contest against these lords to transition into opening up the map?
I feel like right now Team Lilgun can just bait Nightmare Esports into fights with the Lord, and if they let it go and they're banking everything on a base defense, a common strategy you've seen a lot, especially during the Valentina Faramis meta, is to just go for a Netherrealm and go straight and rush down the base, especially with the Lord that can't be cleared as fast. If you're coming in there with an Arlet, with a Beatrix, with a Paquito, and just, you know, wail on that crystal, you should be able to get it done before Nightmare Esports can really stop everyone. Because if you look at the roster, there's not a lot of crowd control, especially if they all spread apart together, right? The Furious Dive maybe can do something, so can the Circling Eagle, but that's only on one area. If they split as 3 and just go for the base, I feel like that is the winning strategy. But again, who knows what Team Lilguns are thinking about. They might be thinking, you know what, we have to win a fight in order to actually prove that we deserve to win this.
Let's see whether or not they're going to get that fight, because again, as you mentioned earlier, a potential backdoor because Zora.
Oh no.
He's hovering around it.
They're waiting there. Nightmare Esports, they send Juviana back and they get the call. At least they're not tunnel visioning here. Basil, ZXora gonna keep that Lord. The dance continues. The rest of the team going to make their way, but still, Aizen waiting there patiently.
The fact that Zora is the only one on the Lord, and they sent everyone away from him, that could have really been bad, but that is the kind of mind game that Team Lilguns are using right now. Nightmare Esports are so concerned. They have no idea what's going to happen here.
They're still rotating around. I mean, this is the Lord Dance we were hoping to see for a very, very long time, right?
I feel like we haven't seen something like this so far up to the wild card for the most part.
I'm expecting the fight to eventually break out, but the backdoor opportunity could open up for Team Lilgun, especially since they all...
This could be the moment they're looking for. Too easy for Lexi, gonna have to go out. Netherrealm already gonna be used. They do get a flicker out as well. Juviana now using Dragon form, gonna push Lilgun's back. So with that, the respect's still there. They got to handle their base as well. The minions are going to be pushing in. Aizen, they got to keep an eye on him. They might push in as well, but ultimately it comes down to a reset.
Ooh. A lot of OTs being used by both teams, but Team Lilgun definitely has more pressure here. And despite the buff to the Lord doing percentage HP damage, Zora is still pretty healthy up there. It's Ethan that's getting kind of concerningly low, but the wave in the bottom side, that's what's building up. Team Lilgun, they might see an opportunity to just go for a fight without Juviana in the picture here.
Okay, I mean, the Lord has been brought down to about 54%, but here we go.
Still going to go for it again. Too easy for Lexi, quite low. Netherrealm going to be used. Still going for it. Ethan, Immortality going to be popped as well. Trying to turn the tide of the fight. They find the stun. Juviana there in the brain of it all. Ethan quite low. Ethan now goes down, but Lord is taken by Aizen. Bebex will fall though to Juviana. He'll get taken down. Immortality going to be popped. Aizen trying to get the kill to cap it out. He will find it. Aizen with a fancy footwork trying to get back to the base. He got the Lord. Does he want to fight?
He's got a delay.
He's going to do it.
He's got a delay
themselves. There's the cannon being taken down quite low. And we're back to it. Nightmare Esports stays in the game.
Dude, this Lord hurts. This Lord is starting to really hurt.
Wait, can Aizen send it solo with the Lord?
I don't... Wait, actually, no. They're delaying it right here, right now. They're not going to let it move any further. And I mean, Cammy's got more than enough damage. And with the sustainability with Jasmine, it's totally fine. But man, so many things that could go wrong almost went wrong for Team Lilgun. Aizen saving the day by stealing that Lord.
Imagine if the Lord was in the hands of Nightmare Esports. This could be
a
very decisive end. But wow, the game continues, man. I mean, and the goal difference is non-existent now.
Oh boy. This has been interesting, right? Every single time we saw this Lord Dance happen, the same things occur. The final slash happens, Frederick gets pulled in, we see the Bandit's Rage, he walks away with a sliver of HP, and then Soul saves his life.
Ooh, now for Team Lilgun. I wonder what's the idea now, because they've tried that literally twice in the same Lord contest, right? Final slash into Venom's Rage. Too easy for Lexi is just a bit too tanky at this point, and they haven't really had any solutions to deal with Juviana. I feel like eventually it has to be some kind of Paquito split push strategy, right? That must be the only reason initially why it got picked up. Cammy, though, just brute forcing the turret, it's been standing for way too long, to be fair.
I mean, I'm assuming that maybe not. It doesn't necessarily have to be Aizen, right? It could technically be Bebex, and I think it would be a little bit more relevant if you have that marksman in place with the potentially with the Wesker. You know, he's got the damage, and I think he's got the econ to do so. Wait, actually, no, he might not. I'm not 100% sure because he has been switching out his items pretty frequently.
Yeah. Oh.
He has Wind of Nature right now, I believe, but so does Cammy. So.
And most immortalities are back online as well.
That's
so
also true.
That's wild.
Oh, here we go. Welcome to the wild card.
Welcome to the wild card.
Ladies and gentlemen, something brewing up in the mid lane. Cammy with a Rose Gold Meteor, though. That might be enough to really get him ahead. It's just that late game 1-1 power. It's not just the damage, it's the mobility. He has way more ways to deal with Team Lilgun than Bebex does. I feel like he's been really struggling to deal with Juviana, despite the fact that he's kind of already outscaled him, technically.
Yes. Well, I suppose, right? There is an argument either on either side for it, but at the end of the day, it's about whether or not you can actually find an effective use for it. In this case, if Juviana is able to get like multiple people with a Furious Die Petrified like he did previously, we might see the same result. But this time, if they have the Lord, that's going to be GG for Team Lilgun.
Back to it. Lord Dims.
I was kind of focusing on the Lethal Wanderer there, almost getting stolen. But look at his play, man. They're going to go for it.
They're going to go for it again. Ethan waiting in that bush, probably trying to do the same thing again with that final slash, but still both teams, both here, full force. They're going to keep them at bay each other. Now less than half health on this Lord. Do they want to commit on it? Looks like they do. They're going for it. Final slash going to come through. Bebex trying to get a range. They get the Netherrealm out. Both junglers still planting themselves around the Lord. They're going to force the Exora back. They are going to have to fight for this one to claim the Lord. Who's it going to come down to? Oh! Soso will get shut down. They're ignoring the Lord for now. It's too easy for Lexi. That gets the Lord. And it's Team Lilgun on the run. They're on the retreat. But it's only Cammy down for Nightmare Esports. They're still going. They lose Juviana, and Team Lilgun gives it the go signal to chase them down.
Wait. The Lord minions have spawned, but look at the mid lane as it gets pushed down. They're going to chase them all the way to the base and look to end them while they have that Lord.
They're going to run it down here. They don't care about the Lord. Soul's taken out. Team Lilgun going to be pushing in the base. Can they end the game? They want more kills. They're going for it. It's a double for base. Jasmine falls as well from Dark Horse to a Nightmare of their own. Team Lilgun, can they end it? There's no minions.
There's none, but don't worry, the mid lane is going to be coming back up. They're coming, and that is it. They're fist bumping already. Woo. What a game coming out for Lilgun. So in that final match here, we have our next qualified team.